You're resting 1 minute between sets because that's what builds muscle. Wrong. You've been told shorter rest equals more growth hormone, more testosterone, more gains, but it's time to destroy that myth once and for all. After analysing thousands of training programs and watching people spin wheels for years, I've discovered the biggest mistake holding 95% of lifters back. And it's not exercise selection, it's not protein intake, it's rest periods. Today, I'll reveal why a 1 minute rest is killing your gains and the optimal rest time for maximal growth, and why treating weights like cardio is the worst thing you can do. And here's what's crazy. You could be in the gym half as long and make twice the gains by just resting properly. Or you could keep rushing through sets and wonder why you look the same year after year. 3 sections that change everything. The science of recovery between sets, why hormone spikes don't equal muscle, and your exact rest prescription based on goals. By the end, you'll understand why the guy texting between sets might be doing it right and why your intense circuit training is basically expensive cardio. So let's expose the biggest lie in fitness. Everyone knows you should rest between 30 and 60 seconds between sets. It keeps the intensity high, hormones elevated, and shows you're serious about training. Think about it logically. Less rest builds more muscle. Why not rest 30 seconds? Why rest 30 seconds? Why not rest 10? Why not 0? If you follow that logic through its conclusion, 0 rest between sets is just cardio. And marathon runners aren't jacks. So here's the uncomfortable truth. It takes approximately 6 times longer to recover from a set than what it takes to perform it. 30-second set, you need 3 minutes to recover. Not want, need. So when you rest for 1 minute, you may be 40% recovered. Your next set suffers. Use lighter weight and you get fewer reps, and you're basically doing high rep cardio with barbells. Ask anyone how long they rest and they'll probably say about a minute. Time them. It's actually 2 to 3 minutes, and the body knows what their ego doesn't. But what about those hormone spikes? This is a hoax too. Short rest periods spike growth hormone and testosterone. You've heard this forever, and technically it's true, but also completely irrelevant. Yes, resting 30 to 60 seconds creates acute hormone elevation, but you know what else spikes growth hormone by 2000%? Show me the jacked guy who built his physique by not eating, and I'm quite happy to just wait here. Temporary hormone blips during training don't translate to muscle growth, and if they did, every cardio bunny will be absolutely huge. The research is definitive. Acute hormone elevations from training have 0 correlations with muscle. So what actually matters? Training volume, proximity to failure. Both get destroyed when you don't rest enough. So think about it. If you bench 225 for 10 reps, rest 1 minute, you might get 6 reps. If you rest 3 minutes, you might get 9 to 10 reps again. And that 40% more volume with proper rest is what builds more muscle. Hormone spikes or 40% more work. But let's have a look at what the science actually says. So the research reality check. A 2017 systematic review looked at every study on rest periods, and the conclusion was unanimous. Studies compared 1 minute versus 3 minutes with the same exercise, same total sets, different rest periods. The 1 minute group, little to no muscle growth over 8 weeks. The 3 minute group, statistically significant gains in muscle size. Here's what's really interesting. This held true regardless of training experience. Beginners, intermediate and advanced. Everyone built more muscle with longer rest. The mechanism is simple. Longer rest, heavier weights. Heavier weights, more mechanical tension. More mechanical tension, more growth. So 2 to 3 minutes minimum for hypertrophy. One study found that resting 3 minutes allowed lifters to maintain 95% of the performance across sets. 1 minute, the performance dropped to 60% by the 3rd set. So you're literally leaving 35% of your gains in the gym by rushing. And this is just one variable that changes everything. Subscribe if you want science-based strategies that actually work to build muscle, not just make you tired. But what is the optimal rest time? Not all exercises need the same rest, and not all goals require the same recovery. So here's your exact prescription. Your body has 3 energy systems. Which one you're using determines how long you need to recover. Heavier compound lifts drain your nervous system. Isolation exercises deplete local muscles. Knowing the difference will change everything. So heavy compounds like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, these need 3 to 5 minutes between sets. Neural recovery is priority. to maintain maximum strength. If you're doing moderate compounds like rows and presses, again 3 minutes, more if you need it. And this is a balance of neural and metabolic. And then isolation exercises, curls, laterals, at least 2 minutes. And this is local muscle recovery. You can push shorter if you really want to, but the science is pretty clear. But here's the game changer and antagonist supersets. Training opposing muscles back to back, chest and back, biceps and triceps. Each muscle gets 2 to 3 minutes rest while you're training the other. So it's double the work, same time investment, full recovery. But let's talk about that as a real world application. How can you make that work for you? You might say, well, I don't have 2 hours in the gym, and completely, honestly, I hear you, most people don't. Here's how to optimize. The average person wastes more time scrolling between sets than they realize. 2 minutes feels like forever when you're not tracking, but rushing through with 30-second rest to save time, you'll need twice as many sets to get the same stimulus. You're not saving anything. So here's the action plan. Option 1, quality over quantity. 4 to 5 exercises per workout, 3 to 4 sets each, 2 to 3 minutes rest, 40 to 60 minutes total, maximum growth per set. Or option 2, antagonist pairing. Per opposing muscles, alternate exercises, lower rest periods, same recovery half the time, and that's perfect for busy schedules. Or you've got option 3, heavy light split. Heavy days with 3 to 5 minute rests and light days between 2 minute rests. This is a neutral stimulus and prevents burnout, so you get the best of both worlds. The key is using a timer, so your phone, and actually track rest periods for 1 week, and you'll be shocked at how different your perception is from reality. And most importantly, if you can't maintain performance across sets, you're not resting enough, period. And that's it. Stop treating weightlifting, training like cardio, and rest for 3 minutes minimum. For real gains and avoiding fatigue. Your muscles grow between sessions, not during them. So give them time to recover and watch strength explode. So comment below what your current rest period is, and I bet most of you had no idea how long you actually rest. So now if you're training resting properly, you need to know exactly how many sets to do. This video reveals the optimal volume for maximum muscle growth. Most people do way too much.